Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another weekly chart breakdown. As always, we start off on the pair GBP JPY and we start off on the weekly time frame. As we can see here, price is still in a very bullish run right here, closing in pure bullish candles right here, also in the form of a hammer candle indicating pure bullish volume. Now once we go down into the daily time frame, we can see kind of the same thing. We can see the price just created a new high right here. This was our last higher low area right here. So what we could be anticipating now is a form of a higher low to be created to then continue the overall bullish trend to the upside. So now coming down into the 4-hour time frame, the best areas to look for buys will be this previous resistance areas. We can see here we had pure resistance on the daily time frame. Then coming to this area, we had a breakout, and now we can wait for the pullback into this zone to then take high probability buys to the upside into the next area or into the next resistance. Now if price should disrespect this support right here and break this bullish trend line, we could wait for another steeper pullback back into this 4-hour support area right here, and then look if price gives us an entry signal to take buys back up into this resistance right here. Now I would only be looking to take sells if price closes below this daily support area right here. Then I will wait for a pullback to then take low probability or medium probability sells down into this area right here. Now anything below this last low right here, anything below this support area here, we can look for high probability sells into the downside into this next support areas that we have marked off right here. So as long as price can maintain above this support area right here, I will be looking to take buys. Now coming to GBP USD on the weekly time frame as well, we can see the price is still in a very bullish trend, making higher highs, higher lows. We've now created a new higher high, and we can see potential pullback into this previous resistance zone to then create a higher low to continue the overall bullish trend on the weekly time frame. Coming down into the daily time frame, we can also see that we had a resistance right here. We had a breakout to the upside. We never got that pullback, so now we could anticipate a pullback back into this support and resistance area right here and see if price can respect it, and if it does, then we could take high probability buys up into this previous resistance area right here. So coming down into the 4-hour time frame, how this would ultimately look, or the possibilities you could take, is you could take medium probability sells, which ultimately would be at this major resistance right here. So if price decides to pull back into this area, we could take sells into support in this area here. If price should just break to the downside and disrespect this support here and here, then we can wait for a pullback into this resistance and see if it can hold as a resistance to then take sales down into this daily support. Now once price reaches this daily support here, here's where I will be looking for high probability buys. Why? Because the overall trend is still very bullish, especially on the daily and on the weekly time frame. So we need to take advantage of trading with the trend, meaning that this area right here will be an area where we can look for high probability buys up into this area here. If we should get a break and retest, of course we can take continuation in buys over here. Now if price should disrespect this area as a resistance and just close back above, we can wait for a 4-hour candle close, wait for a pullback, wait for an entry signal, then take buys into this resistance here, or maybe into previous highs right here. So my BS on GU right now, it could be short-term bearish, but overall pretty bullish still. Now coming to the pair gold dollar, also on the weekly time frame, we can see that the last candle closed in a strong bearish engulfing candle, and if we count this 3 last candles, we can also see that it kind of closed in a evening star pattern, indicating to us that price is pretty bearish as of right now. Coming down into the daily time frame, we can also see the price just broke previous support. As we can see here, we had support all through this area, which ultimately was this consolidation area that I was talking about last week, and we just broke below this. We closed on the daily time frame below it, and we're currently rejecting it as a resistance right here. So all of this indicates bearish momentum and bearish volume, meaning that as of right now we should be looking for sales. Also, the areas where we could potentially take entries would be another pullback back into this resistance. As we can see, every time price reached this resistance here, just rejected and came to the downside. Here rejected to the downside. So if we should get another pullback into this area, we could look for potential sells back down into this previous 4-hour support right here. Now if price should not get there and just break under this support here, we could wait for a minor pullback, wait for an entry signal to take sells back into this support here. Same scenario here, break and retest and continuation in sells to the downside. Now if price should get up into this level and just break above, close back above this area, then we could wait for a pullback, wait for an entry signal to then take buys up into this next resistance, and so on and so forth. But my BS on gold as of right now is pretty bearish, so I will mainly be looking for sells on this pair as of right now, but of course I can always switch very quick. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the weekly chart breakdown. I wish all of you a lot of good luck in the charts next week, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.